Hey, what's up everybody? This is day 2 of Operation Blackjack. I'm going to be doing some voiceover commentary just to give some context to some of my shots and some of my movements and tactics. Enjoy. Unfortunately, the background light made it to where I had to raise up the exposure and the brightness to where it's a little pixelated, but this is pretty straightforward.
Hey, you're hit twice, bud. This is the church. They're at your 10 o'clock, boss. Got it. Hostile sweeping across. I'm with you. Okay. I'm gonna push right. You alright, boss? Okay. Good. Yeah. Alright.
I'm good.
Unfortunately, I had to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just take your time. So
This area was pretty much where all of the fighting was at. I tried to put myself right in the middle of it in the beginning of the game just to get myself warmed up. Unfortunately, on this day, I noticed that the scope cam had gotten bumped slightly, and it was just off-centered. I have no idea how long it had been like that. At this point, it kind of seemed like the federal side had taken this area and it decided to double back and do a wide flank left of the field. Unfortunately, there was 2 machine gunners just had a whole wall of the area blocked off. It was really difficult for me to tell if I had gotten this guy or not. I know that my BBs were dropping low, maybe hitting him in his legs, but with the fog and my goggles and just how far that dude actually was, it was really difficult to tell, so I wasn't sweating. I was just sending him, trying to hit him, and if he called it, he called it. If not, then I wasn't worried about it. There was no way past those 2 guys, so I backed out of that area and went all the way back around and head to the right of the field and did a wide right flank and tried to get behind them. I found a whole group of dudes looking towards the middle of the map, and I was able to push from their left side, my right. So those were pretty clean kills. I knew I had to get out of that spot, so I left, shoot, and move. That's probably the best thing you can do if you're a solo player, is hit and run. I went all the way further to the edge of the right of the map, and then I got behind their spawn, and one of those dudes in the blue, by the time I got around there, I think he was taking a leak, and I actually caught him, like, taking a leak. I just waited for him to finish so that I could shoot him. So he's just ahead of me by like 20 feet maybe, and the camouflage really helped here. And again, just shoot and move. I don't know what the rules were as far as spawns go. They seem to play some of these things fast and loose. I don't know. There wasn't even rules given on like the second day, regardless of what some people might say. I was there, so I just kept pushing the spawn and seeing what was good.
Hit! How did you not get hit?
So on this one, when I left the spawn, I followed the left side of the map all the way around, and I just like chilled with my gun down and just walked all the way around. Like nobody even engaged me at all. I don't know. I tried to look as nonchalant as possible, and I was able to get around their spawn again. And I caught some snipers chilling at a tower, and I took care of one of them, and then did something nasty later.
Are you hit or no? Okay.
So I don't know how some people feel about this. Basically, I don't think I was breaking any rules, but again, I just put my gun down and was chilling, looking relaxed. I don't think it's considered false flagging. I just didn't have a dead rag out or anything. I was just following this dude, staying close, looking chill, all the way up to their spawn.
I'm not, yeah, I'm a federal. What? What are you doing?
Got a spawn.
Isn't that where the commander's at?
Yeah, you're not allowed to attack command.
Okay, nobody said that on our side. My bad, dude. Sorry about that.
So this I felt like legitimately kind of guilty about. I didn't realize that we weren't allowed to engage commander. I had engaged the spawn multiple times over the 2 days, and nobody had said anything to me. I even reported it to the team commander, and nobody said anything to me. I did apologize to pretty much everybody and walked back to spawn, just bounced out.
Sorry, dude. I didn't get that call, brother. I'm
Flashbacks
sorry.
to Pandora. That's all.
At this point, I pretty much just tried to stay in the middle of the map. Obviously, I was causing some trouble, so it's just engaging everybody I saw.
Hey, got the guy on the left. He's down.
I think at this point, at the
There's
end
another one
of
back
the
there. I
second
got one of
day, there was just a lot of like just basic engagements, nothing too crazy. I am
suppressing on
using
me.
a 1x3.5 times scope, which gives me a pretty good advantage for some of the long range engagements. I was playing as DMR this game too, so as long as I was under 50 or over 50 feet, I was in an engagement zone. Still got a little bit of tuning to do. I didn't go full setup like I wanted to, and some of the upgrades that I want to continue to add to my gun. I really enjoy it. I'm using an Avalon Calibur, and then I have an Avalon Saber. I think they're phenomenal guns. I hope that they last as long as they can, because I really feel like that it's just like a top tier, high quality gun. They're great. The only downside to me, I think, is probably the weight. Full metal guns are super heavy. With a caliber being like a 416 model, or something similar to like a 416. There's that little bit of extra metal is just, it gets heavy, especially for a DMR. Maybe it's not the best choice, and maybe I can make some changes. Though I really enjoy it. It's such a fun gun to play with. It's snappy. Even when it was out of the box stock, it was really fun to play with, and I felt like I can compete with pretty much anybody that wasn't doing DMR or sniper or anything like that. Just regular assault rifle. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Sherwood Forest was really great for long-range engagements. Most of them are 150 to 200 foot engagements. They were great. Good fun.
Hit! Hit!
I know.
At the end of the day, we got to do an attack and defend at the castle location at Sherwood Forest. We barely had objectives that I noticed when we were playing through the normal day. At the very, very end, again, it was just an attack and defend. We were the attackers. We had unlimited lives. If we died, we go back to respawn. The defenders had 2 lives, and that's it. This was just a really fun game type, too. I wish we could have done more with this stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. If you live in the Midwest, if you haven't been to Sherwood Forest in Indiana, this was such an awesome place to play airsoft. It was like 80 plus acres or something like that. I mean, walking out from spawn to spawn took ages, probably like 10 to 20 minutes. It was huge. It took forever. It was awesome. It gave you tons of different flank routes, tons of different engagement zones, tons of obstacles, so much stuff to play. I mean, I'm sad that it only lasted 2 days, but I would definitely go back out there for every single 2-day event if I could. Probably the only complaint that I have for Blackjack here is the lack of real objectives, real control, commanders, stuff like that. They kind of just give you a little something here and there, and that's it. That's fine. Like I said, if people want to play objectives, they can. If they don't want to play objectives, they don't have to. But I think if they had a consistent game plan for a lot of these things, or even, let's say, like a Battlefield, playing Rush would have been amazing across this play area. Would have been awesome. Just pushing attackers and defenders, all that stuff would have been great. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm opposed to just running out and do whatever I want. I love doing that. It gives me tons of chances to try out different techniques, different tactics, different weapon setups, all that stuff. I'm super down with that. But with a lot of the 2-day events, I think they could leave the free-for-all for like the second day. The first day should have some good quality
on the first floor, right below
I
the
guess
tower.
you could call it.
There's a couple of them. See a door right here. Got one at the door. Right inside the door! Right inside the door!
Yeah, that's just something that I've seen a million times. People that get hit inside the door and then they just stand there with their dead rag out. Like, you're going to get smoked like 100 times over.
Straight inside the door!
If you get hit inside of a door, just get out of the door. Get out of the firing lane and just get out of there. Just a little bit about the setup. Running 3.2 gram BBs. I think I'm shooting at like 1.77 joules. Yeah, pretty good. I think the max is like 188 joules, so I'm going to try and get as close as possible to that with this specific weapon, and then keep the saber for all my assault rifle and SMG needs.
In the tower too. I hit him. Guy in the tower is hit.
Now at this point, the way that the light was coming through that
in the stairs?
canopy and getting out of the tower, the guys in the tower were really tough
Yeah, he's
to
down.
tell if
Tower's
they were
down.
federal or if they're civvy.
Stairs.
Greens looked like black. Tan looked like dark
Negative.
brown. It was just a weird shading thing. So I was engaging pretty much everybody in the tower until
Negative.
I saw somebody like put their hand up and say that they were friendly. And that's pretty much it. We ended up taking the tower and taking the castle. It was really fun. I wish we could have done more of something like this. I hope that you guys enjoy my videos. I just want to try and pretty much post a straight gameplay. I'm not really sure about the commentary, if you guys enjoy it or if it's helpful, like I said, to put context to some of the engagements. I'll definitely keep doing it. It takes a long time to edit video. I do have a job. I have other stuff going on. But I do like to go to as many events as possible. I want to try and put as much content out there as possible. I enjoy teching guns. I want to get all that stuff out there as soon as I can. So I'm sorry if I don't get many videos out there. If I get them out, then I get them out. If I don't, then sorry. Also with the COVID stuff going on, I mean, who knows what that's all going to be like. This was literally my first game back, or this weekend in this area. I hadn't been able to play the whole time, just with work and all this stuff going on with family and everything like that. But literally every game that's going to come up as soon as it's open and available to play, I'm going to get out there and play. I got a game coming up this weekend in Kankakee, and I hope I see some of you guys out there.